This is the world without friction. Friction is a term that refers to any force that reduces the motion of an object. So, like if you have a ball and it starts moving slower and slower, that's because friction is slowing it down. Friction comes from the interaction between any two objects in contact with each other. So if you had a block and you're moving the block and there was a block beneath that block, because they're in contact with each other and one of them is moving, there's going to be friction between the two. And the direction of friction depends on what way and what direction the object is moving. So in this video, I'm pulling Joseph on the chair and I'm going to the left. And so the frictional force will be going opposite to me, which will be going to the right.
The coefficient of friction is a ratio between the force necessary to move one surface horizontally over another and the pressure between two surfaces.
This is known as mu.
So static friction is the friction that is needed to make sure the object stays in place. And kinetic friction is the amount of friction that is needed for an object to move forward in each direction.
All right, so there's 4 types of friction. There's air friction, rolling friction, sliding friction, and viscous friction. Sliding friction, as shown in the example, is come from pushing the football thingy on the grass. The contact between them is the sliding friction.
Air friction is basically air being pushed around a flowing of an object, such as like an aircraft or even like a ball.
So rolling friction comes between when an object is rolling and that contacts any surface. So in this video, we have me pushing a tire across the football field, and the turf is causing a frictional force against the tire, resulting in it being harder for me to push it.
Viscous friction comes from liquids when they're forced to be displaced around an object or through it. As you can see in this video, when I'm swimming through the water particles are forced to be displaced around me, which is slowing me down through the water. Also, you can see at the end of this video, when Adam jumps into this pool, the water slows him down so he doesn't hit his butt on the bottom of the pool floor. Theoretically, in a world without friction, if you were not moving initially when it started, you would never be able to move because you would never be able to push yourself off anything. If you were moving, you would infinitely move because you could not stop yourself, since there was no force to help you stop yourself.
The world without friction.
Damn, you are corny. You are corny.
It's funny though.
No, it's not.